Now, faking the give. Pass is caught. That's what left the tight end. And it's going to be taken down right at midfield. A terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Fields, choosing to keep this one. Whoa! And he is out of bounds down at the 21. That was good for 29.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run. It's home. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Off the play action, here's Fields. And he's in. Mason Taylor. Touchdown, New York. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Jets will take a 7-0 lead.
Bengals, nothing.
Touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still going, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Brown. And showing the quick feet there as he gets forward for a pickup of 3. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
At the 47-yard line.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he's He's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Flacco. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Back at the 50-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run it here. It's Samante P-Rock. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. 3rd and 2. Here we go. They'll run here with Brown. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board. 7-3.
I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And they will wriggle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out now by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
Now Fields going to run, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to him. A shotgun snap, Fields. Now a run here up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is. Continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time. He came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again. And now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. An inside give, Brown. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 9. Right back to Brown. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Setting up to throw Flacco. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
This is Brown going up the middle. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Flacco looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hudson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will take it in for a Bengals touchdown. Sprout, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Now, he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Fields. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
To be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. From here to run. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the ground with Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's Fields. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Hall. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mason Taylor from 4 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive. The 30, pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Handing it off to Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A first carry for Samaje Perine. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They'll try to run for it with the mound. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Yeah! On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. This a 27-yard attempt here. Folk's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Straight ahead is Hall. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
On for the extra point is Folk. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That's good. Bengals, first down. First and 10.
Flacco from midfield. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. On a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Flacco. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just line. Looking to put a drive together.
At their own 22-yard line.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Ball again on 2nd down. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First down.
Here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
I I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now Fields going to run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Caught by Wilson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Going right back to Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Fields now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk it. In the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the second. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. On us here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
10 yards. That's good for a Jets. First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, New York.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Fields. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
2nd down and goal. Fields. He's into the secondary. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now Folk for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Flacco. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
A good kick that time, but also hard return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Well, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
In motion left goes Reynolds. Off play action, Fields. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. A handoff for Hall. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Fields. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall A 14-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati coming back here onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Operating off play action, Flacco.
Looking deep here for Chase. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Stevens. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. Now they go screen. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Here's a give to Hall. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Shamar Stewart.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Fields.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Another run for Brown on second down. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This is Brown going up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4. Up the middle, here's P-Ryan. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Again, running right is Hall. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball again on second down. And a good push up front, and he's able to get his way down inside the 30. Quick throw complete to Reynolds. Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. Back to throw, Fields. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Keep on
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. Time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack ends insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Passing play, Flacco. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And they get him down here to 2.
Will McDonald.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
And now they'll shift things around. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Trying for it with P-Ryan. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10, here's Brown. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now a 2nd and 2. They give it off here to the tight end. He's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. An inside give, Brown. And he's across for it. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. And now out come the Jets. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll run here with Hall. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Hall again on 2nd down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.